Imagine a place where rivers sing, mist rises like magic, and in the pink light of sunset, dolphins, with secrets older than time, leap into the sky. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, a legend swims beneath the surface. The pink river dolphin, or Boto. But what if I told you these dolphins aren't just animals, but ancient guardians, shapeshifters, and protectors of an invisible world? Join us now on a journey into one of Brazil's most powerful and heartwarming myths, the secret life of the Boto, the pink guardians of the Amazon's heart. Once upon a time, deep within the emerald heart of the Amazon rainforest, young Lucas lived with his grandpa, a wizened man who knew the jungle's secrets like the lines on his palms. One day, they set out on their sturdy wooden boat, gliding along the river's gentle current. The rainforest around them was alive. Insects hummed their ancient songs, and howler monkeys roared from the treetops. The air smelled of petrichor and damp earth. Then suddenly, ripples, a soft pink shape, glided just beneath the surface. Then, a leap, a magnificent pink dolphin arced into the air, showering down in a shower of sparkles under the golden sun. "That's no ordinary dolphin," Lucas Campaggio said, his voice filled with wonder. "That's a Boto, and they are not what they seem." A legend whispered down through generations of Amazonian shamans came alive in Lucas's eyes. The gods of the Amazon were said to have grown furious when humans polluted the rivers and disrespected the spirits of the water. To restore balance, they transformed the most valiant warriors of the tribes into half-human. Now these magical creatures guarded the rivers forever. But they didn't just protect the waters. No. The Boto also gained other mystical abilities. They could change their shapes. By night, they became handsome humans, dancing at village festivals and weaving magic into the night. They played enchanting flutes that called people to the river. They understood the language of the waters, the forests, and even the stars, and they possessed the gift of healing. A Boto's blessing could cure the sick. But this favor wasn't given lightly. It was only bestowed upon those who respected the river and its creatures. With each ripple, the mystery deepened around Lucas. Would he witness more of the Boto's magic? How did they protect the rainforest? And what secrets did they hold? Lucas, intrigued, couldn't help but ask his grandfather about the Boto's powers. But Grandpa Joe only smiled mysteriously. "The river holds many secrets, Lucas, and some are best discovered, not told." Lucas nodded, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. He knew his grandfather was right. Some things were best learned by experiencing them firsthand. So they continued their journey deeper into the heart of the Amazon. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, casting long shadows through the trees, Lucas and his grandfather reached a clearing. In the center stood a giant kapok tree, its branches reaching towards the sky like ancient arms. Legend had it that the kapok tree was the home of the forest spirits and the gateway to the supernatural. Suddenly, a flute sound echoed through the clearing, sweet and haunting, yet vibrant and joyful. The music seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. It was unlike any sound Lucas had ever heard. "Do you hear that, Lucas?" Grandpa Joe whispered, his eyes shining with awe. "That is the music of the Boto." Before Lucas could reply, a figure emerged from behind the kapok tree, tall and slender, with skin the color of polished mahogany. He wore a necklace of woven vines and feathers. His movements were fluid and graceful, like water flowing around rocks. And then Lucas saw his face. Startled, he gasped. The man's eyes were a mesmerizing shade of pink, shimmering like pearls. He smiled, revealing teeth that were just a bit too sharp, a bit too feline. "Welcome, Lucas," the man said, his voice deep and resonant like the rumble of distant thunder. I am the guardian of this river, and I have been waiting for you." Lucas felt a strange mix of fear and excitement. He couldn't help but be drawn to the man's piercing gaze. "Who are you?" Lucas asked, his voice barely a whisper. "Who are you?" The man's smile widened, revealing more than just teeth. There was something magical about him, something that made Lucas's skin tingle and his heart pound. "I am the Boto," the man said simply, "and I have a task for you." Lucas felt a surge of pride mixed with apprehension. A task from the Boto himself. It was an honor and a challenge. He looked over at his grandfather, who was watching him intently. Grandpa Joe squeezed Lucas's shoulder encouragingly. "You ready, Lucas?" he said softly. "For whatever path you choose, I'll be with you." Taking a deep breath, Lucas turned back to the Boto. "What must I do?" he asked, his voice filled with determination. The Boto's eyes twinkled with amusement. "First, you must listen closely," he said. "The future of this river is in your hands. Lucas, do you accept this responsibility?" Lucas met the Boto's gaze, his heart pounding. This was a moment he knew he'd never forget. With a voice that trembled slightly, he said, "Yes, I accept." As these words left his lips, a profound shift occurred. Lucas felt an incredible surge of power coursing through his veins. It was a sensation that defied explanation, as if the very essence of the river itself was flowing through him. The connection he felt to the Boto, to the rainforest, and to his own inner strength was overwhelming. But the Boto's test had only just begun. The next morning, as the mist rolled in over the Amazon, Lucas woke up feeling different. He was older somehow, wiser, as if the river had shared its secrets with him in his sleep. He raced to the shore, eager to see if the Boto would appear again. But the river was calm and still, reflecting the sky like a sheet of polished metal. Disappointed, Lucas almost turned away when he noticed a small pink shape darting through the water. It was a dolphin, but not just any dolphin. It was a Boto, smaller than the one he had seen before, with eyes that sparkled with mischief. "Are you here to test me?" Lucas asked, surprised by the boldness of his voice. The Boto leaped from the water, a joyous grin on his face. "You guessed right, Lucas. I am here to see if you are worthy of the river's trust." Lucas felt a thrill of anticipation. This was his chance to prove himself. "What must I do?" he asked, his voice ringing with confidence. The Boto, sensing Lucas's readiness, plunged back into the river, disappearing from view. Lucas didn't hesitate. He jumped into the water, swimming after the elusive creature. "Now, I invite you to pause this story and make a choice with Lucas. What will you do? Will you take the path of bravery or the path of knowledge? Choose wisely, because your decision will shape Lucas's journey ahead. The path of bravery leads you through dangerous rapids, dark caves, and encounters with fierce creatures. But the path of knowledge will test your patience and understanding of the river's mysteries. Where will you lead Lucas on his adventure? Whichever path you chose, there's a lot more adventure ahead for Lucas. But for now, let's explore the Amazon together and discover what wonders await us."